today we'll be doing maintenance management, because that is an important part of any organization, whether you're working in healthcare center services or you're working in solar system or wherever you're working. The equipments, you'll be using various equipments, and maintaining that only will make your operation successful.
Yes, ma'am.
So today we'll be doing that. In a few minutes, I'll start the presentation.
Okay, ma'am.
So we'll be doing maintenance management. Okay. Just answers read out. What is a maintenance management?
Maintenance management. A formal definition of maintenance is that function of manufacturing, that function of manufacturing management that is concerned with day-to-day problem of keeping the physical plant in good operating condition.
I think this definition is quite clear. You have to keep all the physical equipments, wherever you're working, whether you're working in a solar plant, whether you are working in an automobile section or you are working in a healthcare unit, wherever you're working, the physical equipments which you require for your operation to be successful, you have to maintain them. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the work you are actually supposed to do. And that will hamper your productivity. Anything you are doing, even if you're like in a service center, even there, the services which you are supposed to provide, you will not be able to provide. So it is very important to maintain the equipments with which you are working. Just 1 second. So what are the objectives of maintenance management? Shivam?
Sorry, ma'am. Actually, I am in the plant.
Okay, you are
That's why
just
I'm late.
hearing what is going on.
Yes, ma'am.
Shivam, you are with, where are you working?
Ma'am, Adani Solar.
Alani Solar. And Subir, you are with hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In Narayana Healthcare.
Narayana Healthcare.
Okay. So where are your other two colleagues?
Yes.
They have not joined.
Other two colleagues, ma'am, our hospital is in audit running चल रहा है.
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है. तो
That's why,
objectives क्या है कि minimize
ob-
loss of productive time. Naturally, if you keep
हाँ.
your machines fit, तो प्रोडक्शन आपका हैम्पर नहीं होगा. तो ऐसा तो नहीं होता कि 100% मिनिमाइजेशन हो जाए. जीरो तो नहीं होगा ना, कुछ तो लॉस
नहीं.
होता है. आफ्टर ऑल human beings are working, and even if you are using machines, those machines are controlled by human beings. So something or other will happen. ऐसा नहीं है कि एकदम 100% हम zero error कह देते हैं, but actually that is not possible. अभी at least in India at present it is not possible. To minimize loss of productive time, Subir, you read.
Minimize loss of productive time, minimize repair time and cost, keep productive asset in working condition, minimize accidents, minimize total maintenance cost, improve quality of products.
Can you explain this? It is quite self-explaining all these statements, but still, let us discuss this. Minimize repair time and cost. Naturally, if you are using all the precautions of handling that machine, अब जैसे मशीन में है कि आप उसको लुब्रिकेंट कीजिए या आप उसको क्लीन कीजिए या जो भी करना है, नहीं कर रहे हैं टाइमली, तो what will happen? When it breaks down, you will be require more money, more time, more cost. तो इससे if you are using some mechanism to maintain those machines, equipments, then naturally your repair time will also be minimized and your cost will also be minimized. Keep productive assets in working condition. Naturally, they are the productive assets. The equipments are the assets. If you don't keep them in working time, your productivity will go down. The very objective of the organization, whatever work they are doing, whether it is they are producing products or they are doing services, that thing should be working in a best possible way. Then minimize accidents. If you keep your machines in a good condition, naturally the probability of accidents will go down. ऐसे मान लो कि even in a kitchen, suppose I am using a pressure cooker and I put something in the pressure cooker and I don't use it properly, don't seal it properly or something, what will happen? A lot of water will come out or something, so that will be accidental to the person who's cooking. It can harm the person. Even in a factory, that is true. If the equipments are not handled properly, if something goes wrong suddenly and some accident happens, so who will be injured? It is the person who's handling that equipment. So accidents, as far as possible, that should also be minimized. बहुत सारे काम होते हैं जो बहुत hazardous होते हैं, but there you have to take extra precautions so that those accidents don't happen. And naturally, a proper maintenance procedure is maintained. Then the maintenance cost, क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा आपने कुछ नहीं किया और सडनली वो मशीन फेल कर गया तो ज्यादा पैसा लगेगा ना. उसको थोड़ा थोड़ा पैसा दे के उसको ठीक कंडीशन में रखिएगा तो आपको the total cost will be minimized and improve quality of products, because the quality of the products will depend upon the quality of the equipment who are manufacturing that product. For example, एक तो हेल्थ केयर का ही आप वहां तो बड़ा लाइफ एंड डेथ का सवाल है. जैसे मान लीजिए आपका अल्ट्रासाउंड मशीन ठीक से काम नहीं कर रहा है, वो रॉन्ग डायग्नोस्टिक तो उसी पर डिपेंड करेगा ना, और वो ठीक से नहीं दे रहा तो आपको रॉन्ग इंफॉर्मेशन होगा तो डॉक्टर क्या करेगा? he or she should get the right information, then only the treatment will be done. उसी तरह है कोई मशीन है, मान लो ऑटोमोबाइल सेक्शन पर, ठीक है, कितना भी हम रोबोज लगा रहे हैं, मगर रोबोज को ठीक से नहीं मेंटेन किया गया तो क्या होगा? they will start working in a malfunction way, and the product, the cars which are being manufactured, that will be affected. बहुत पहले जब हम लोग छोटे थे तो चार्ली चैपलिन के मूवीज बहुत देखते थे, पता नहीं आप लोग देखते हैं कि नहीं देखते हैं इस जमाने में। तो वहां एक उनका पूरा मूवी है where they are using machines to do several things. तो एक है खाना खिलाने वाला मशीन, ठीक है, खाना खिला रहा है, उसको ठीक से मेंटेन नहीं किया, वो बिगड़ गया, अब खाना खिलाने की जगह वो थप्पड़ मारने लगा। मैंने इट इज सटायर ऑन मशीन मैकेनाइजेशन, उस जमाने में काफी ये सब चलता था। तो दिस वे एनी मशीन, if you don't maintain it, it will not do what is it supposed to do. Maybe कुछ उसका opposite ही करने लगे, तो your productivity, the quality of your products, everything will be affected. शिवम, अच्छा शिवम तो नहीं पढ़ सकता है। सुबी, अंशज।
Importance, dependability of service, assured quality, prevent equipment failure, cost control, huge investment in equipment, and hence their upkeep is necessary. Ma'am, this details the importance of maintenance management and why is it necessary or required in factories. First of all, to maintain the standard of service that those companies serve their clients, and to maintain a proper quality of their products and services. And if maintenance is not done regularly, there are chances of equipment failure or equipments not working properly or giving erroneous results. And also cost control. It controls the cost. Basically, if your equipment is quite old, or it might not be very efficient in terms of fuel efficiency or electric power required. And also the investment in equipment is done. So if their upkeep is not done, then it would be a wastage of resources.
Yes, you are correct. So you can see the objective and the importance, they are synced to the other. The same things, these are the objectives, because these are the importance. These are the things we are looking for. So we should always go for maintenance of the equipments. Meghna?
Yes,
Hello, open
ma'am.
your camera.
Yes, ma'am.
You read areas of maintenance.
Areas of maintenance: civil maintenance, building construction and maintenance, maintaining service facilities, mechanical maintenance, maintaining machines and equipment, transport vehicles, compressors and furnaces, electric maintenance, maintaining electrical equipment such as generators, transformers, motors, telephone systems, lighting and fans, etc.
So you can see maintenance is required everywhere. It can be civil maintenance, it can be mechanical maintenance, it can be electrical maintenance, it can be equipments required in healthcare centers, those maintenance. So it is everywhere, wherever you have equipments, you need maintaining those equipment so that your productivity does not go down. Subir, open your camera.
Hi.
ये
Yes,
पढ़ो.
ma'am. Types: breakdown maintenance or corrective maintenance, preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, routine maintenance, planned maintenance.
So these are the various types of maintenance. We have breakdown maintenance or corrective maintenance, preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, routine maintenance, and planned maintenance. So altogether you have 5 types of maintenance. Answers?
Breakdown maintenance occurs when there is a work stoppage due to machine breakdown. Maintenance becomes repair work, seeks to get the equipment back into operation as quickly as possible, and to control the investment in replacement spare machines.
So when the machine actually breaks down, so you have to do something about it, or else the productivity will be affected. So you have to do some repair work so that the machine starts working and starts doing whatever it is supposed to do. Here, like you can have 2 things. If suppose a machine breaks down, you can have a spare machine. But then keeping a spare machine also means ki taking care of that machine. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि चुपचाप लाके रख दो, हो सकता है उस समय वो भी काम ना करे, तो उसको भी देखना पड़ेगा कि हाँ वो ठीक कंडीशन में है. If something happens to this machine A, the machine B should be working. So you have to see which is less costlier, repairing that machine or using a spare machine. हो सकता है इतना ज्यादा ब्रेक डाउन कर गया कि आप उसको अभी रिपेयर करेंगे तो आपकी प्रोडक्टिविटी काफी डिले हो जाएगी. तो इससे अच्छा कि कीप अ स्पेयर मशीन. तो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सिचुएशन. हो सकता है स्पेयर मशीन रखना ज्यादा आपका जल्दी वो ठीक हो सकता है, तो स्पेयर को यूज करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. हाँ मेघना.
Preventive maintenance. It is undertaken before the need arises and aims to minimize the possibility of unanticipated production interruption of major breakdown.
So you have to, the maintenance means ki before something happens, you have to regular checkup होते रहना चाहिए. जैसे for example, even for our health, we try to avoid diseases. जो भी precautions है लेना है, so that we don't fall sick. ऐसा नहीं है कि कितना भी करो हो जाता है. मेंटेनेंस में भी ये है कि यू हैव टू कीप, मान लो उनका इंस्पेक्शन करना, उनका क्लीनिंग करना है, उनका लुब्रिकेशन करना है, जो भी है. इलेक्ट्रिक पावर कैसा है, ठीक आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है. ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएशन हो रहा है. बहुत सारे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक इक्विपमेंट्स ऐसे होते हैं कि बहुत ज्यादा फ्लक्चुएशन होगा तो इक्विपमेंट्स खराब हो जाएंगे, तो उसको स्टेबलाइजर लगा के रखना पड़ता है कि फ्लक्चुएशन हो तो मशीन पर अफेक्ट नहीं करे. ऑल दोज थिंग्स. तो प्रिवेंटिव, बिफोर थिंग्स एक्चुअली हैपन. इन आवर डेली लाइफ आल्सो वी डू प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर. प्रिडिक्टिव मेंटेनेंस. सुबीर,
Yes,
अभी
ma'am.
हम लोग 3 ही हो तो टर्न बहुत जल्दी जल्दी आ जा रहा है.
नहीं ठीक है मैम, इससे अच्छा है. Predictive maintenance, when sensitive instruments, example vibration analyzers, amplitude meters, audio gauges, optical tooling and resistance gauges are used to predict travel Conditions can be measured on a continuous basis, and this enables the maintenance people to plan for an overhaul.
तो कुछ ऐसे इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स हैं जिससे यू कैन फाइंड आउट कि कुछ होने वाला हो. तो बिफोर दैट एक्चुअली हैपेंस, यू ट्राई टू see that the equipment is in working condition.
Routine maintenance. This includes activities such as periodic inspection, cleaning, lubrication, and repair of production equipments after their service life.
हाँ, बताओ.
मैम, जब इक्विपमेंट्स का सर्विस लाइफ एंड हो जाता है, उसके बाद जो मेंटेनेंस होते हैं, जैसे क्लीनिंग होती है, लुब्रिकेशन, और अगर वो इक्विपमेंट ब्रेक डाउन हो गया तो उसका रिपेयर, वो सब चीजें रूटीन मेंटेनेंस में आता है.
करेक्ट. मेघना?
Plant maintenance. It involves the inspection of all plant and equipment, machinery, buildings according to a predetermined schedule in order to service, overhaul, lubricate, or repair before actual breakdowns or deterioration in service occurs.
तो एक हम लोग मेंटेनेंस का भी प्लान कर लेते हैं कि हर एक, हो सकता है बिगनिंग ऑफ द मंथ और एनी पर्टिकुलर, और फॉर डिफरेंट मशीन्स देयर कैन बी डिफरेंट माइलस्टोन्स, कि इस दिन उसका वो इंस्पेक्शन करेंगे, उसमें कोई खराबी तो नहीं आ रही है, कुछ लुब्रिकेशन करना है, कुछ रिपेयर करना है, कि मेजर ब्रेकडाउन होने के पहले जो थोड़ा बहुत जो भी गड़बड़ी है वो ठीक हो जाए, तो हमारा सर्विस डिटोरेट नहीं करेगा. जब प्रोडक्टिविटी है या कोई सर्विस हम दे रहे हैं, वो डिटोरेट नहीं करेगा.
Control. Authorized by an official maintenance schedule, issued materials against proper authorization, maintenance budgets, equipment records.
It is not that कि anyone will do the maintenance. कोई एक authorized official होना चाहिए who will see to it that things are maintained properly. And because फिर accountability नहीं रहेगी ना, किसकी accountability रहेगा? वो कहेगा कि उसकी वजह से हुआ, वो कहेगा कि उसकी वजह से हुआ. होता है कि नहीं?
इसलिए एक ऑथराइज्ड पर्सन रखा जाता है.
हाँ, अकाउंटेबल पर्सन हो, जिसकी वो असाइंड हो, तब कुछ होगा तो he or she will be responsible to see कि things are working properly.
Yes.
Or he will and she will maintain a maintenance schedule. किसके साथ? हर एक मशीन के साथ तो अलग अलग होगा, किसमें क्या चीज की जरूरत है, कितने दिनों पर होना चाहिए. क्योंकि जब मशीन इक्विपमेंट खरीदते हैं तो वी ऑल्सो गेट अ मैनुअल कि इस मशीन को मेंटेन कैसे कैसे करना चाहिए. तो दैट पर्सन शुड हैव दैट मैनुअल, और दे शुड बी कीपिंग इन टच विद द मैनुअल. ये नहीं कि वो मैनुअल आया फिर वो उसको कोई देख ही नहीं रहा, अपने आप अपने मन से मेंटेनेंस कर रहे हैं. Because for every equipment there are certain things which has to be done at what regular interval, क्या जो भी है. फिर मेंटेनेंस का क्या बजट होना चाहिए, बिना पैसे का तो कुछ काम होगा नहीं. तो फॉर दैट ऑल्सो द अथॉरिटीज हैव टू कीप अ बजट कि मेंटेनेंस के लिए इतना है. कुछ भी उसके प्लांट मेंटेनेंस हो रहा है या एक्चुअल ब्रेकडाउन हो गया, जो भी है उसके लिए भी बजट होना चाहिए. ये नहीं कि अब प्लान हो गया, कहाँ से पैसा आएगा, कैसे बनेगा, ये सब नहीं. इट शुड ऑल बी प्लान्ड. इक्विपमेंट का रिकॉर्ड्स, एज आई टोल्ड, क्या क्या इक्विपमेंट्स हैं, उनके क्या क्या मैनुअल्स हैं, मैनुअल में क्या कहा गया है, ये सारे काम जो ऑथराइज्ड ऑफिशियल है, he or she should be looking at.
Issues. How much maintenance is needed? What size maintenance crews must be used? Can maintenance be subcontracted? Should maintenance staff be covered by wage incentive schemes? Can effective use be made of computers for analyzing and scheduling activities? Ma'am, these are some of the issues that need to be considered when doing a maintenance management.
Now, to explain these issues,
First of all, you need to consider that how much maintenance is needed. If your equipment or the machine is too broken down, then the light maintenance would not work. That appropriate or heavy maintenance would be required. And if maintenance is to be done, then it is to be done by someone who is trained in doing that or knows the procedure. And how many people would be allotted that task. So the size of the maintenance crew should be considered first. And if you cannot do the maintenance yourself, if you or your employees cannot do the maintenance yourself, can it be subcontracted to some other company or some other person that he would perform routine maintenance activity so that the equipments are in a top condition? And whether the maintenance staff should be covered by company schemes or company benefits. Basically, every company offers some benefits to its employees. So whether these maintenance staff should come under that or not, because on one hand, it would increase the cost for the company, but also improve employee welfare or a sense of belonging. And whether computers can be made use of for analyzing and scheduling activities, because there is a limit to what a single human can perform by himself. So computers can be effectively used in some ways. So these are the issues that need to be thought upon.
yes, there's a information system known as expert system. So one of the basic work of this system is scheduling. There are other things also. It does diagnosing, it does scheduling. So scheduling is one of the activities it does. So through this expert system, they can analyze the whole situation and then they can do the scheduling. An incentive, like for example, if for a period of time there's hardly any breakdown, that means the maintenance staff have been doing a very good work. So if they do the very good, they might get some incentive for doing that good work. So if that is incorporated in the company's policies, then naturally the maintenance work will be done in a much better way. Everybody wants some incentive to do the work. That is the human nature. So this type of a policy, if is incorporated in the organization, naturally the work will be done in a much better way. So, Subir?
Yes, ma'am. Sir, हम read करें?
हाँ.
Conclusion. To ensure effective implementation of activities, it is important that the production facilities needs to be maintained in good working condition, reduces cost, machinery breakdown, etc. Quality assurance. Therefore, maintenance management is an important aspect for any organization.
Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This is all we were talking about. कि वर्किंग कंडीशन ठीक हो, कॉस्ट रिड्यूस हो, मशीनरी ब्रेकडाउन कम से कम हो, क्वालिटी अश्योरेंस हो, प्रोडक्ट या प्रोसेस जो भी है, द क्वालिटी ऑफ दैट थिंग शुड बी assured. It should be in good quality, what the customers demand.
Yes.
So that is all in your maintenance management. We'll do some, I'll do another presentation in which different equipments used in a healthcare center, any healthcare organization, and how it has to be maintained. So what are the, I'm not talking out, but most of the essential medical equipments any good healthcare center requires. Answers?
Introduction. A good hospital is made of the essential medical equipments, and for running the hospital efficiently and effectively, proper maintenance of the equipments is most important. Here is a list of the most important and vastly needed medical tools and instruments that every good and efficient hospital needs to own in order to deliver rightful and effective services in the long run to potential patients.
So let's look at the equipments. Subir?
ECG machine.
Hmm.
The ECG machines are a very crucial equipment because they are helpful to evaluate the heart rate of patient. The results generated on ECG machines are instant as well, which are helpful for quick diagnosis.
So you can see how important, see over here, if the ECG, something goes wrong in the ECG machine, it can give a wrong analysis of the patient's heart condition. And the whole, when it is here, especially in healthcare, it is a question of life and death. Or maybe not that, if he is, his health condition deteriorates very badly, then after it's a big problem.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a modern ECG machine, which also has a see, it also has a, this is the machine. These are the touch screen machine. It also has got a printer which will give you the report. Plus it has got the connections which are to be connected to the patient's chest. So it can read the various, like Subir, I think you are from health care center, so you will be able to explain this much in a much better way.
इस मशीन में ये 8 पॉइंट होता है जहाँ हार्ट रेट यहाँ से जो कनेक्ट करता है, जो 8 पॉइंट है, तो वो 8 पॉइंट में ये सब, इसमें जो ईसीजी जो एक जेल होता है, वो जेल लगा के इसको ये हार्ट का जो 8 पॉइंट है वो 8 पॉइंट में लगाना पड़ता है. मतलब हार्ट में यहाँ पे होता है 5 और आपका 2 पैर में रहता है और 2 हाथों में लगाया जाता है.
तो ये सब चीज एकदम परफेक्ट कंडीशन में होगा, क्योंकि पहले का जमाना नहीं रहा ना कि लोग कहते हैं कि डॉक्टर बीसी रॉय ऐसे थे कि if he could hear somebody cough, he could make out कि उसके साथ क्या प्रॉब्लम है. अब वो सा नहीं है. अब डॉक्टर्स आर dependent on these equipments. और it is
Yes,
more
ma'am.
accurate. क्योंकि उसमें थोड़ा सब्जेक्टिव हो जाता है ना, ये तो ऑब्जेक्टिव है. तो जो भी डायग्नोसिस होगा तो the proper functioning of these machines are very essential.
Yes, ma'am.
इसीलिए इनका मेंटेनेंस करना बहुत जरूरी है. मेघना.
ECG machine routine maintenance. The ECG machine should be regularly maintained and maintained to prolong the life of the ECG machine and its components. Specific requirements are as follows. Keep the electrodes clean after each day of ECG recording. If there is rust on the electrode made of copper alloy, the rust stain can be wiped off with fine sandpaper and then immersed in psychological saline overnight to form a stable film on the surface.
So keeping the electrode, क्योंकि वही तो हार्ट पर या लेग पर जहां भी 8 पॉइंट्स अभी बता रहे थे लगता है होंगे, तो उसको यदि खराब उस पर कुछ लग गया हो तो नेचुरली द रिकॉर्डिंग विल बी erroneous.
The silver plated electrode can be washed with water and wiped dry to avoid scratching the silver plating layer.
Keeping it cleaned, fresh every time you are using it is very essential.
The core wire or shield of the lead cable is easy to break and damage, especially near the joints at both ends. Do not be pulled or twisted. When collecting, it should be made into large diameter rings or suspension to avoid excessive distortion of or sharp angle folding.
जैसे देखा ना, काफी वायर्स हैं, अब उनको आप बहुत छोटे छोटे में कर दें या बहुत बुरी तरह पुल करें तो फिर वो डैमेज हो जाएगा. तो जो भी वो रीडिंग ले रहा है वो गलत होगा तो फिर डायग्नोसिस गलत होंगे. फिर नेचुरली जो मेडिसिन वो पेशेंट को मिल रहे हैं या मेडिसिन है या कुछ भी सर्जरी जो भी हो रहा वो गलत होगा. तो हैंडलिंग दैट इक्विपमेंट इज वेरी एसेंशियल. कि प्रॉपर हैंडलिंग ऑफ द इक्विपमेंट, proper cleaning of the equipment, proper management of the equipment, that is very essential. तो जो AC हो या DC हो जो भी हो, तो proper charging of that equipment should be there. So prolonged battery life, नहीं तो बैटरी क्या होगा, वीक हो जाएगी. Answers? Acha, you read. Okay, Meghna.
The ECG machine should avoid high temperatures, sun, dampness, dust or impact and cover the dust cover.
तो इन सब चीजों से बचना है. ECG मशीन को इन सब चीजों से बचाना है. हाई टेम्परेचर, सन, डैम्पनेस और डस्ट कवर यूज कर सकते हैं.
Open the cover every 6 months for dust removal, dehumidification and inspection. Remove dust from the board in time to ensure the dryness of the inside of the machine, avoiding short circuits caused by dampness or dust and damaging the board.
Is it clear? ठीक है, डस्ट कवर तो लगाए, मगर डस्ट कवर को भी थोड़े थोड़े दिनों पे हटा के देख लेना कि अंदर क्या है, क्या हालचाल है मशीन का. तो जो भी है उसको डिह्यूमिडिफिकेशन करना है या डस्ट को हटाना है. एवरीथिंग should be in a good proper working condition.
The performance of electrocardiograph is regularly checked by the medical instruments maintenance department. The heart pen recording electrocardiograph should adjust the pressure and temperature of the hot pen according to the thermal sensitivity of the recording paper and the paper feed speed. Electrocardiograph often have artifact and disturbance in use. In severe cases, they will affect the normal trace of the ECG and should be checked in time.
सुबीर जरा आप इसको बताइए ठीक से, क्योंकि you are from this
The
area.
performance of the electrocardiograph, मतलब ECG का full form है electrocardiograph, is regularly checked. मतलब इसको रेगुलर चेक करना पड़ता है, और उसका जो ये है उसको मतलब मेडिकल में है जो है मेडिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट मेंटेनेंस डिपार्टमेंट, ये हम लोगों का एक ये होता है जो नोट होता है, वो नोट करके रखना पड़ता है मेंटेनेंस के लिए कि इस दिन का ये ईसीजी रोल एक एक करके वो मतलब बोलते हैं ईसीजी रोल को हर दिन को वो चेक करना पड़ता है, क्योंकि वो चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है, मतलब वो मेंटेनेंस हर दिन का जरूरी है। अगर एक भी चीज गलत हो जाता है तो वो इलेक्ट्रोकार्डियोग्राफ का जो रिजल्ट आता है वो गलत हो जाएगा। तो द हॉट पेन रिकॉर्डिंग इलेक्ट्रोकार्डियोग्राफ should adjust pressure and temperature, वो सही टेम्परेचर में और सही प्रेशर में रहना चाहिए, नहीं तो वो गलत रिजल्ट आएगा। ऑफ द हॉट पेन अकॉर्डिंग टू द थर्मल सेंसिटिविटी of the recording paper and the paper feed speed, उसका जो स्पीड से स्पीड कम हो जाएगा, तो स्पीड सही तरह का स्पीड होना चाहिए उसका, नहीं तो पेपर
का टेम्परेचर भी ठीक होना चाहिए, स्पीड भी ठीक होना चाहिए।
हाँ। Electrocardiograph often have artifacts and disturbance in use. In severe cases, they will affect the normal trace of the ECG and should be checked in time. All time मतलब जो उसका ये हो जाता है, तो हर टाइम जब डे एंड होता है तो उस टाइम हर दिन चेक करना पड़ता है, और डे बिगिनिंग उस टाइम भी चेक करना पड़ता है।
ओके, थैंक यू। आंसर्स, हालांकि ये नाम बहुत बड़ा है मगर ये कुछ ऐसा नहीं है, वो बस ब्लड प्रेशर को नापना है। पहले जैसे ब्लड प्रेशर क्या आपका ब्लड प्रेशर उन लोग नापते थे स्टेथोस्कोप से, तो द डॉक्टर हैड टू नो कि व्हेन इट इज गोइंग अप एंड व्हेन इट इज कमिंग डाउन, बीपी का दोनों लिमिट देखना पड़ता था। मगर अब इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मशीन्स आ गए हैं थ्रू विच यू आर मेजरिंग द ब्लड प्रेशर। आंसर्स,
Sphygmomanometer. What if a patient comes in complaining of severe headache, accelerated heart rate, or red bloodshot eyes? This is common as all these are symptoms of hypertension. The hospital needs to have a good, reliable, and accurate sphygmomanometer, that is, blood pressure measuring equipment at all times. It is a basic.
तो दिस इज, ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक है यहाँ से इट विल टेल यू, सुबीर यू से क्या है ना, दो पॉइंट्स जो होते हैं, हाई और लो, दो पॉइंट्स जो होते हैं ना।
हाँ मैडम, बीपी का वो जो ये है 2 पॉइंट है, मतलब 2 अपर और लोअर।
अपर और लोअर लिमिट्स जो हैं, जो नॉर्मल होने चाहिए। यदि हाइपरटेंशन नहीं है,
नॉर्मल है 110/80।
तो वो दोनों पॉइंट्स इससे नाप सकते हैं ना, तो एग्जैक्टली यू नो। ऐसे क्या होता था पहले, वो डॉक्टर अपने इससे नापता था, स्टेथोस्कोप से। अब नाउ इट हैज बिकम मच इजियर, इवन वी कैन डू इट एट होम। ये मशीन आपके पास हो तो घर पे भी किया जा सकता है कि व्हाट इज योर ब्लड प्रेशर लाइक, whether it is in the normal range or it has shot up और इट हैज गॉन डाउन, वॉट एवर हाई प्रेशर है, लो प्रेशर है, जो भी है आप नाप सकते हैं।
अभी डिजिटल हो गया।
अब डिजिटल हो गया है। हाँ, इसको पढ़िए, मेंटेनेंस ऑफ स्फिग्मोमैनोमीटर।
Sphygmomanometers are built to handle the challenges one faces in the field every day. With proper care and maintenance, one will experience a lifetime of excellent quality and performance.
तो
Storage.
डिफरेंट टाइप्स होते हैं ना, जो गॉजेस होते हैं, पॉकेट गॉज होता है, पाम गॉज होता है, क्लॉक गॉज होता है, तो उसको क्या क्या करना पड़ता है, वो नहीं फूल जाता है ना ऐसे जब आपका।
जब वो रबर बॉल पंप करते हैं तब वो फूल जाता है। तो स्टोरेज फॉर एनीरॉयड पॉकेट गॉजेस, इसको पॉकेट गॉजेस आफ्टर मेजरमेंट fully exhaust cup, then wrap cup around gauge and bulb and store in zippered carrying case. आगे पढ़े हम?
हाँ।
For palm gauges, after measurement fully exhaust cup and store in zippered carrying care. If unit will not be used for an extended period of time, leave the trigger valve in the full exhaust position. For clock gauges, after measurement fully exhaust cup, then wrap cup around valve and store in storage compartment.
तो ये चीज तो तीनों में दिया है कि यू हैव टू कफ को फुली एग्जॉस्ट करके और उसको बड़े मतलब यू हैव टू कीप इट प्रोटेक्टेड। किसी में जिपर्ड कैरिंग बैग में रखा है, किसी में स्टोरेज कंपार्टमेंट में रखा है, मगर उसको अच्छे से रखना है, ये नहीं कि फिर उसको ऐसे ही खुला छोड़ देना है, तो फिर डस्ट वस्ट और बहुत सारे कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हो सकते हैं।
Note, in order to ensure that one has the best experience with one's sphygmomanometer, one must store them a temperature ranging from 50 degree Fahrenheit to 104 degree Fahrenheit, 10 degree Celsius to 40 degree Celsius at a relative humidity level of 15% to 85%.
तो यदि टेम्परेचर इससे ज्यादा हो जाए तब भी खराब है, कम हो जाए तब भी खराब है। 10 डिग्री टू 40 डिग्री सेल्सियस है और ह्यूमिडिटी का भी एक लेवल दिया हुआ है।
15 to 85%.
हाँ सुबीर।
हाँ, manometer. The manometer gauge attached to one sphygmomanometer requires minimal care and maintenance. The manometer may be cleaned with a soft cloth, but should not be dismantled under any dismantled under any circumstances. Gauge accuracy can be checked visually. Simply be certain the needle rest within the printed oval when the unit is fully deflated.
ऐसे नहीं you explain this. क्लीन करना तो इजी है, मगर वो जो उसका जहां पर
Minimal care and maintenance.
needle rests in the printed oval when the unit is fully deflated. जब पूरी तरह deflated हो गया तो ये नहीं है कि उसके बाहर भाग जाए, तो इसका मतलब there is some problem in it. Next, मैंने दूसरा पढ़ो. Should the indicator needle
Should the indicator needle of the manometer rest outside of this calibration mark, then the manometer must be recalibrated to within plus minus 3 millimeter Hg when compared to a reference device that has been certified to national or international measurement standards. A manometer whose indicator needle is resting outside of this mark is not acceptable for use. Perform a calibration check every 2 years.
2 years. तो इसका मतलब है कि वो कैलिब्रेशन उसका फिर सही नहीं हुआ,
जरूरी है,
भाग गया है अपने एरिया से, तो दैट मीन्स कि कैलिब्रेशन, तो किसी भी जो स्टैंडर्ड उनका जो मशीन आता होगा उससे उसको रिकैलिब्रेट करते होंगे, एंड प्लस माइनस वो मर्क्यूरी का क्या प्रेशर होगा, मिलीमीटर मर्क्यूरी, यही दिया हुआ है ना.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
तो मैंने यदि आप लोग घर में भी यूज कर रहे होंगे, अभी तो शायद आप लोग का एज कम है, कोई ऐसी जरूरत नहीं है, बट एनीवन इन योर हाउस इज यूजिंग दिस, देन यू शुड आल्सो बी केयरफुल कि वो ऐसा नहीं कि वो सालों साल यूज किए जा रहे हैं. हो सकता है कि थोड़े दिनों के बाद उसका कैलिब्रेशन गड़बड़ हो जाता है. तो जैसे हॉस्पिटल में तो क्या है कि यू हैव अ मेंटेनेंस डिपार्टमेंट,
Yes, ma'am.
he looks after all these things, पर घर में तो ऐसा नहीं होता है, तो you should see to it that it is the calibration is right, नहीं तो आप जो रीडिंग ले रहे होंगे वो गलत होगा. हाँ सुबीर कंटिन्यू कीजिए.
Cup cleaning and disinfecting. Use one or more of the following methods and allow to air dry. Wipe with mild detergent and water solution, 1:9 solution. Wipe with Enjol per manufacturer instructions. Rinse. Wipe with 5% bleach and water solution. Rinse. Wipe with 70% isopropyl alcohol. Launder with mild detergent in warm water. Normal wash cycle. Noted. Remove bladder fast. Remove bladder fast. Cup is compatible with 5 wash cycles.
लो लेवल डिसइंफेक्शन, तो आप
low level
you can do
disinfection.
one of these, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं कि सब करना है, वन और मोर. जैसे या तो माइल्ड डिटर्जेंट एंड वाटर सोल्यूशन से रिंस कीजिए, या एंजॉल जैसा मैन्युफैक्चरर आपको इंस्ट्रक्ट किया होगा उससे रिंस कीजिए, या ब्लीच 0.5% ब्लीच एंड वाटर सोल्यूशन से रिंस कीजिए, सो दैट द कफ इज क्लीन एंड डिसइंफेक्टेड. क्योंकि उसको आप बार बार यूज करेंगे ना कफ को, कफी तो आपके
तो इन्फेक्टेड हो जाएगा.
हाँ डिसइंफेक्टेड हो जाएगा. आपको इन्फेक्टेड करने की जरूरत है, जरूरी नहीं, स्पेशली इन हॉस्पिटल. ये तो नहीं कि हर एक पेशेंट की वो लिए एक नया मैनोमीटर लेते होंगे, वही मैनोमीटर यूज हो रहा है ना, तो उसको फिर क्लीन रखना, डिसइंफेक्टेड रखना बहुत जरूरी है.
Yes, ma'am. Continue. Remove the bladder from the cup. Prepare Enjol enzymatic detergent according to the manufacturer's instructions. Spray detergent solution liberally onto cup and use and use a sterile brush or to agitate the detergent solution over entire cup surface for 5 minutes. Rinse continuously with distilled water for 5 minutes to disinfect fast. First, follow the cleaning steps above. Then spray cup with 10% bleach solution until saturated. Agitate with a sterile brush over entire cup surface for 5 minutes. Rinse continuously with distilled water for 5 minutes. Wipe off excess water with sterile cloth and allow cup to air dry. Caution: do not iron cup. Caution: do not heat or steam sterilize cup.
तो ये क्वेश्चन बहुत है कि एयर ड्राई करने
हाँ।
दीजिए, मतलब वो अपने आप सूख
हाँ।
जाए, ये नहीं कि उसको
हाँ।
आयरन कर दीजिए कि जल्दी से सूख जाए, तो इट विल बी एफेक्ट। एनीवे, जो भी जहां से भी आप खरीदते हैं वो एक मैनुअल भी देता है कि क्या करना चाहिए। यू हैव टू कीप ऑल दोज थिंग्स। कफ को भी साफ रखना है क्योंकि सो मेनी पेशेंट्स विल बी यूजिंग इट।
Yes.
देन आंसर्स।
Patient beds. A hospital is thoroughly incomplete without patient beds. The patient beds needs to sit down. The patient needs to sit down, lie down, or be checked. An examination is only possible on a bed. In fact, hospital beds are one of the most common and prevalent hospital equipment.
So this is a hospital. There are so many types of, but this is one which is also attached to so many things. जो भी एग्जामिनेशन उसका होना है वो बेड पर ही होता है, तो it is very essential that the bed is in a proper condition. Answer, continue.
Maintenance of patient's bed. Hospital beds are designed for the safe, comfortable occupation and the transport of patients with diverse needs. Beds are built for ease of mobility. While an extraordinary tool, the hospital beds must be handled carefully. To prevent accidents, hospital staff must be familiar with proper protocol. Inspection must be periodically done, and regular safety and maintenance checks should be performed. In the content below, a comprehensive hospital bed maintenance checklist is provided. Of course, checklists may differ slightly with specific makes and models, but the principle is the same. Regular maintenance is crucial to prevent unnecessary injury.
Okay, the patient should be safe in that bed. अब ये नहीं कि उसको कहीं से कहीं ट्रांसपोर्ट कर रहे हैं बेड के, तो आप उसको कहीं से कुछ तकलीफ ना हो, या तो फिजिकल हो या वो when you are moving it is not moving in the proper direction. तो ये सब चीजों का ध्यान रखना पड़ता है. Answer, you continue with it.
The following items may apply to electric and manual hospital beds. Hand wash bed surfaces with a soft and moistened cloth. Avoid using harsh cleaners or soaps. Only warm water and a mild detergent. Wipe and dry the bed, ensuring that all extraneous detergent is removed to prevent buildup. Understand and implement local policies regarding mattress cleaning. Examine mattress cover surface for damage or stains. If either exist, contact infection control nurses. General cleaning procedure will not rectify serious soiling or microorganism infection. The mattress may be permanently removed from use.
This is for cleaning of the mattress, because यदि वही क्लीन नहीं है तो फिर तो इन्फेक्शन तो जो भी है प्रॉब्लम है पेशेंट को, एंड विद दैट द प्रॉब्लम विल बी exacerbated. So it is very essential to keep the, and how to clean it is given over here. यदि कोई माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म इन्फेक्शन हो गया तो मैट्रेस को ही रिमूव कर देना चाहिए.
Check actuator screws, clevis pins, hooking actuator tubes. Clevis pins, hooking actuator tubes. High-low connecting tubes and spring hooks, and apply grease.
क्योंकि जैसे दिया है ना ये फोटोग्राफ देखो तो बहुत सारे ये सब यहाँ पर ट्यूब्स होंगे, स्क्रूज होंगे, तो ये दे शुड ऑल बी इन प्रॉपर कंडीशन, प्रॉपरली lubricated, कि ऐसा ना हो कि अब जैसे मान लीजिए यही है, अब यू हैव टू पुल इट डाउन, अब इसके स्क्रूज ठीक से फंक्शन नहीं करेंगे तो इट विल बी जैम्ड, एंड हु विल बी अफेक्टेड मोस्ट? द पेशेंट.
Every 2 years, check rail shafts, nylon washers, and high-low mechanisms and apply grease. Inspect for excessive wear of oil-impregnated bronze shoulder spacers. These components can be found in the linkage of mattress support section and the high-low lever mechanism. If worn, replace the shoulder spacers. Inspect and tighten, if applicable, all the bolts, lock nuts, and screws. Ensure that side rails move and latch properly. Ensure that foot support arm is entirely undamaged and works properly.
सुबीर,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
थोड़ा और अच्छी तरह समझा सकते हैं? जो
सर ये
पेशेंट का बेड होता है,
हाँ हाँ, पेशेंट का बेड में मैम इसमें तो 2 पार्ट होता है. एक पार्ट तो मतलब वो एकदम ट्रॉली से लेके शुरू से एकदम व्हील है, वो व्हील भी सही तरह मेंटेन करना पड़ता है, नहीं तो व्हील अगर व्हील में लॉक होता है तो वो लॉक भी ठीक करना पड़ता है. हर किसी चीज का वो मेंटेन करना पड़ता है.
हाँ उसको
मतलब हाँ बोलिए.
बेड को तो हाई या लो भी कर सकते हैं ना, जैसे
हाँ हाई लो, इसीलिए तो बोला 2 पार्ट है उसको
हाँ,
हाई लो करने के लिए.
अच्छा अच्छा. So you can see कि how important it is to maintain each and every equipment, जो essential
हाँ.
है, एकदम बेसिक है.
एकदम.
Ensure that head and foot boards are undamaged. Check head and bumpers for security and damage. Ensure the mattress cover is free from rips or cracks. Check all casters for proper usage. Check caster locking mechanism and tires for wear. Ensure that the emergency hand crank works properly.
Wherever it is applicable, क्योंकि पेशेंट बेड भी तरह तरह के होते हैं ना, जहां भी.
The following items apply solely to electric beds. Check high-low and lockout control switches for proper functioning. Check that the bed lowering using high-low switch works properly. Ensure pendant control functions are working. Ensure power cord is intact.
क्योंकि it is working on electricity, यदि वो स्विच से ही हाई लो हो रहा है, मैनुअली भी होता है, स्विच से भी होता है, तो यू हैव टू सी कि एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग प्रॉपर्ली, नहीं तो फिर तो पता चला बीच में ही अटक गया. इफ इट इज नॉट वर्किंग प्रॉपर्ली तो इट विल क्रिएट लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स.
Look for wear or pinching in all cables. Check electrical connections for security. Ensure the ground is entirely secure to the frame. Measure bed current leakage and measure ground impedance.
So this is only for the electrical beds. Now, Meghna, Surgical tools.
Surgical tools. All the basic things such as scissors, cutters, blades, bowls, plates, clippers, and all other things that are required during surgical procedure.
तो ये एक है सर्जिकल टूल्स हैं, सीजर्स हैं, क्लिपर्स हैं, ऑल दीज थिंग्स. Maintenance of surgical tools.
Maintenance of surgical tools. Surgical instruments represent a significant material asset within the overall investment of a hospital. The care and maintenance that these instruments receive is critical to their performance during surgery and to the cost containment efforts of each hospital authority. Having made the investment in a quality product, the authority can expect several years of trouble-free use if the operator utilizes proper techniques during use, care, and handling of its surgical instruments.
You can see कि surgical instruments are very important, क्योंकि सर्जरी में वो यूज हो रहा है, यदि उसमें कोई खराबी होगी तो फिर वो surgery will not be successful and it might lead to some other complications.
The steel used in the surgical instruments is a 400 series alloy that has several useful properties. It can be brought to a very sharp cutting edge and will hold this edge through continuous use. It has a high tensile strength, enabling it to maintain precisely set jaw approximations. The metal is often referred to as stainless because of its corrosion resistance qualities. It usually has a chromium content of 11.5% to 18%, which gives the steel some of the stainless characteristics, and the percentage of carbon gives the various hardness required for maintaining sharp edges on instruments.
मतलब कि ऐसे कोई ऑर्डिनरी स्टील का नहीं बना रहता है, स्टेनलेस स्टील का. इट हैज टू बी ऑफ स्पेसिफिक कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स. उनका स्ट्रेंथ भी ज्यादा होना चाहिए और वो करोस जल्दी किसी चीज से खराब ना हो.
Developing comprehensive instrument care program. The simple 4-step solution of instrument care, cleaning and disinfecting, lubrication, inspection, and sterilization. Cleaning and disinfecting. Disinfection of soiled instruments not only helps to preserve the instruments themselves but also serves to protect the persons responsible for their transportation and cleaning. Wherever possible, instruments should be disinfected and cleaned immediately after use. Any soiling left to dry will make eventual cleaning far more difficult and could result in a damage to the instrument.
So you can see it is so important कि whenever you use it, you clean it. Otherwise, anything, even a very microorganism settles there. So gradually, it will start creating problem, and it will not be safe for using it for other patients. Subir.
Lubrication. Even the most careful cleaning can sometimes still leave an instrument stiff or hard to work. Even if all blood and debris have been removed, mineral deposits and other impurities from the water system can collect on the instrument and may cause staining, rusting, and corrosion. To guard against the hazards endured during sterilization and storage, a reputable instrument lubricant must be applied to all working surfaces and moving parts of all instruments.
You can see कि cleaning से ही कुछ नहीं होगा. After cleaning, it has to be lubricated so that it
Yes.
is safe from environmental hazards.
Inspection. The importance of inspecting each instrument cannot be overemphasized. Each surgical instrument is designed for a specific purpose. Inspection has to be carried out to ensure that they still function as they should. If in any doubt, the manufacturer should be contacted to advise on suitable inspection methods.
तो अब जैसे सीजर का काम कुछ और है, क्लिप का काम कुछ और है, तो every instrument has a specific purpose, so it should do that work only. So inspection is very essential कि everything is in proper working condition.
Sterilization. Sterilization is essential for ensuring that medical and surgical instruments do not transmit infectious diseases to patients. The sterilization process can also be done by using dry heat, steam under pressure, hydrogen peroxide gas, plasma, and liquid chemicals. When chemicals used to destroy all forms of microbiologic life, they can call as chemical sterility. A well-written procedure will assure the correct care and handling process of surgical instruments. Procedures should be presented in as much detail as possible, listing every step of the procedure and the equipment and supplies to be used.
तो only thing that cleaning, disinfection, then lubrication will not solve the purpose. क्योंकि कुछ भी, the patient should not be getting any infectious diseases through the tools. So sterilization of those tools is also very important, and whatever is the procedure has to be followed very, very carefully. So this is a sterilizer. ऐसे तो बहुत तरह के स्टेरिलाइजर है. I'm just giving you one example.
Maintenance of sterilizers. The sterilizers can be classified as batch and continuous types, and their maintenance aspects are mentioned below accordingly. Batch sterilizers. The components that are liable to be damaged over the use and need replacement or recalibration are main door gaskets, steam supply valves, steam supply valve, steam trap, water spray nozzles, pressure gauges, pressure safety valves. The gaskets are usually of asbestos types or rope and will get damaged over the period. The correct dimensions of the gasket are important, as well as sitting in the groove provided to the closing door, the hinges of the door will need a lubrication to facilitate smooth opening, smooth opening and smooth opening and closing. So are they bolts and levers that ensure tightness of the closure of door. If the sterilizers are of rotating type, then lubrication of the support systems is essential.
तो स्टरलाइजर यदि वही ठीक से फंक्शन नहीं कर रहा होगा तो हाउ विल इट स्टरलाइज द टूल्स. तो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू सी कि इट इज उसके डोर्स जो हैं वो ठीक से ओपन हो रहे हैं, क्लोज हो रहे हैं, जो उसके स्टीम सप्लाई वाल्व्स है दैट इज वर्किंग प्रॉपर्ली, स्टीम टैप है वो प्रॉपर्ली, जो वाटर स्प्रे नोजल्स है दे आर वर्किंग प्रॉपर्ली. ऑल द parts of that sterilizer should be working properly because it is the duty of the sterilizer to sterilize the tools. अब tools ही sterilize नहीं होंगे तो फिर क्या काम ठीक से होगा. Answers you read now.
Steam supply valves should be leak proof, and if necessary, the gland packing has to be replaced. They should be replaced whenever leakage is noticed to avoid loss of steam and in the increased cost of operation and accidents to operators. The proper operation of steam trap is to be checked from time to time, and there should not be damage due to corrosion or scale formation. Steam pressure gauges must be tested for accuracy, as well as a steam safety valve. Steam safety valves are susceptible to corrosion and not opening at the required set point. It has to be checked whether any local laws are to be satisfied in the installation or operation. Water spray nozzles should be checked for scale formation and choking. As a sterilizer operates at high temperature, the insulation and its maintenance are also important. Proper protection and cladding of the insulation, whether glass, wool, or mineral wool, is to be taken care of.
तो here we are using steam. तो water में बहुत जल्दी scaling हो जाती है. You must have noticed in your houses also. मान लो you are using electric kettle, तो थोड़े दिनों के बाद उसमें scaling होने लगती है. तो proper utilization, proper use, माने maintenance of these equipments are very necessary. So these problems don't arise. Then you have continuous sterilizers.
Continuous sterilizers. In the continuous type of retort systems, the pressure sealing system has to be checked for leakages and replace the gaskets if necessary. Lubrication of all the rotating parts is necessary.
वो तो एक बैच ओवर बैच ये कंटिन्यूअस चल रहा है तो more precaution has to be taken. अभी तो जैसे स्टीम वाला तो अब ज्यादा यूज नहीं हो रहा है, it is electric only, but even there you have to look at several things so that it is working properly. Answer, you continue.
Anesthesia machine. An anesthesia machine is so important. This machine helps to provide anesthesia to patients before surgeries and minor procedures. Health guidelines forbid medical procedures to be carried out without using this machine first. Hence, it is a must for hospitals.
You must have, if you have seen someone going through surgery in your family, you must have pehle unka anesthesia. So anesthesists are a very important part of any surgical operation. And they can operate properly only if their machine is operating properly. The maintenance of that machine becomes very necessary. So this is a... जैसे यहाँ मॉनिटर है, ये वेपोराइजर है, ये रोटामीटर है, ये प्रेशर गॉज है. This is a anesthesia machine.
Maintenance of
just read this.
Maintenance of anesthesia machine. Check the condition of carbon dioxide absorber. Once it expires, replace it with a new one. Check the condition of one-way directional valves and flow meter. Check the amount of oxygen in the oxygen cylinder. The pressure should not drop below 100 psi before the use. Fill the vaporizer to an optimum level. Do not tilt the vaporizer. Connect the pipeline from the machine to the gas source properly. Check the pressure of the pipeline. Every time you start a new test or replace new consumables, it is better to carry on the leakage test of the anesthesia machine. This will help you to know if there is any leakage in the components of the breathing circuit, such as the carbon dioxide absorber, APL valve, unidirectional valve, etc. The leakage test can either be manual or automatic. Also, the method of leakage test will be given to you in the machine.
थोड़ा सुबीर, थोड़ा ये समझाइए हम लोगों को.
Fill the vaporizer to an optimum level. Do not tilt the vaporizer. मैम ये एनेस्थेसिया मशीन का जानकारी पूरा नहीं है मेरा. अच्छा.
मगर जैसे
आप थोड़ा
कुछ तो गैस यूज करते होंगे ना कि जिससे आदमी बेहोश हो जाए.
नहीं, वो तो जानते हैं. एनेस्थेसिया मशीन में जो वाल्व रहता है, फ्लो मीटर रहते हैं और एक ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर रहता है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एक ये वाल्व रहते हैं. ये सब जानते हैं, लेकिन वो कैसे यूज करते हैं वो हमको पता नहीं है.
अच्छा चलो, मगर ये सारे चीज यूज होने, क्योंकि ये बड़ा डेंजरस है. यदि इसमें ज्यादा हो जाए और वो पेशेंट को कुछ कोमा में चला जाए, कुछ भी हो सकता है ना. बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम ही इज बीइंग anesthesia देके he or she does not feel the pain of the operation. Operation can be done smoothly. So you can see it is so important to maintain this machine properly. नहीं तो फिर यही है ना, especially in hospital, every machine will affect the patient and his or her health. So it is very essential to keep all these machines in the proper working condition. जो भी रिजल्ट वो दे रहे हो करेक्ट हो, 100% करेक्ट हो. यहाँ you cannot have a chance of making any mistake. Meghna?
Ultrasound and X-ray machine. These days, ultrasound machines and X-ray machines have become an essential part of healthcare facilities. You cannot possibly diagnose any internal injury or trauma without the aid of a machine that can see inside the body.
So this is a ultrasound. ये monitor भी लगा हुआ है जहाँ you can see the picture of the your inside.
Maintenance of ultrasound and X-ray machine. Ultrasound and X-ray machines maintenance doesn't only extend the lifespan of one equipment, even more importantly, it protects the health and safety of one's patient. Ultrasound machine maintenance. Clean air filters, transport with caution, inspecting and cleaning ultrasound probes, perform regular ultrasound maintenance.
I think this is quite, so जो भी air filters है, they should be cleaned properly. There are certain ultrasound machines which is portable. जो fixed है उनका तो नहीं, मगर जो portable है तो transportation should be cautious because otherwise the machine will be damaged. Inspecting and cleaning ultrasound probes वो भी रेगुलर करते रहना चाहिए. परफॉर्मिंग रेगुलर अल्ट्रासाउंड मेंटेनेंस, बिकॉज अल्ट्रासाउंड इज व्हाट, these are diagnostic machines. So whatever they diagnose, the doctor will do the treatment accordingly. So that diagnostic should be 100% correct. So the treatment is also done in the proper way. Then X-ray machines.
X-ray machine maintenance. Carry out regular preventive maintenance. Conduct journal function check. Pay attention to electrical safety. Do regular tube cleaning. Check every X-ray machine component. Operate the equipment in accordance with the technical specifications.
So whatever is the technical specification, you should check the machine accordingly or operate the machine accordingly. जो भी precautions दिए गए हैं in your manual, you should comply by it. और सारे जो उसके components हैं, you have to keep on checking it. Everything is working properly. And they are in the proper condition. This is the last LCD monitor. Anshaj?
LCD monitor. What would the patients do if they do not have a LCD monitor attached to them to keep a check on their vitals? This is why a good hospital needs to have an accurate and technologically up-to-date LCD monitor available.
So this is a LCD monitor. जिसमें movies में तो बहुत दिखाते रहते हैं ना कि वो patient बीमार है, LCD monitor लगा हुआ है, वो suddenly वो जो उसका heartbeat is moving and then suppose something happens to that patient, it goes straight. वो curve जा रहा है, वो straight हो गया. So this is giving all the vital information about the patient and accordingly the doctor is doing the treatment. जो भी उसको information मिल रहा है, कुछ problems आ रहे हैं, तो he or she will work accordingly. Maintaining this machine is also very essential.
Maintenance of LCD monitor. To enhance the performance and extend the life of the monitor, do not open the monitor cabinet or attempt to service this product yourself. Adjust only those controls that are covered in the operating instructions. If the monitor is not operating properly or has been dropped or damaged, contact an authorized HP dealer, reseller, or a service provider. Use only a power source and connection appropriate for the monitor as indicated on the label backplate of the monitor. Be sure of the total ampere rating of the products connected to the outlet does not exceed the current rating of the electrical outlet, and the total ampere rating of the products connected to the cord does not exceed the rating of the cord. Look on the power label to determine the ampere rating for each device. Install the monitor near an outlet that you can easily reach. Disconnect the monitor by grasping the plug firmly and pulling it from the outlet. Never disconnect the monitor by pulling the cord. Turn the monitor off when not in use. You can substantially increase the life expectancy of the monitor by using a screensaver program and turning off the monitor when not in use. Slots and openings in the cabinet are provided for ventilation. These openings must not be blocked or covered. Never push objects of any kind into cabinet slots or other openings. Do not drop the monitor or place it on an unstable surface.
So you can see this monitor, looking after these equipments, lot of technical knowledge is required. That is why you have a team to look after all these equipments. This we have talked only about the hospital section. This is true for anywhere. Wherever are you working, you will be using lot of equipments and lot of technical knowledge for maintaining that equipment is required. So many times when you buy a equipment, you also buy the maintenance package along with it. तो आजकल क्या हो रहा है, केवल प्रोडक्ट ही नहीं खरीद रहे हैं हम लोग, प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विस टुगेदर खरीद रहे हैं. Service is looking after that. Even if you're buying a car, maintenance, I mean, for example, take inverter, जो आजकल करीब करीब सभी घरों में रहता है, तो buy the maintenance also. The regular maintenance of that thing is required. So over here also, and here they are so vital for the welfare of the patient. So looking after all these equipment is very essential, and it is true anywhere, whether you are in a hospital, whether you are in a any other place, any production line, any service line, whatever, wherever you are. Maintaining these equipments is one of the essential job of any person who's looking after the operations of that particular unit. So that is all for today. Next Saturday, we'll start a new topic. Okay, good night.
Good night,
Tomorrow,
ma'am.
Mr. Sukumar will be talking about inventory management and all. Good night.
Okay, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.
Good night, ma'am.
Thank you.